In the vast and unforgiving land of Westeros, power is the currency of survival. The continent is divided into several regions, each ruled by noble families known as houses. At the center of this struggle for dominance sits the Iron Throne, the ultimate prize in a world filled with ambition, betrayal, and the relentless pursuit of glory. The story unfolds through the intricate lives of these noble families, each maneuvering for position in a game where loyalty can be fleeting and betrayal can lead to dire consequences. The narrative begins in the frigid north, where House Stark governs Winterfell. Lord Eddard Ned Stark, a man of honor and integrity, is known for his strong moral compass and unwavering sense of justice. He rules with a firm yet fair hand, instilling those values in his children: the responsible Robb, the gentle Sansa, the fierce Arya, the introspective Bran, and the youngest, Rickon. Alongside them is Catelyn Stark, Ned's devoted wife, who fiercely protects her family and home. Their motto, "Winter is coming," serves as both a warning of the harsh realities they face and a reminder of the dangers lurking beyond their borders. Ned's peaceful life is disrupted when his childhood friend, King Robert Baratheon, arrives at Winterfell. Robert, once a boisterous warrior who helped overthrow the Targaryens, now bears the weight of kingship. Seeking Ned's loyalty and guidance, Robert asks him to become the Hand of the King following the mysterious death of Jon Arryn, the previous Hand. Reluctantly, Ned accepts, setting off for the capital, King's Landing, and leaving his family behind. Arriving in King's Landing, Ned quickly realizes that the court is a treacherous place filled with deceit and political maneuvering. The Lannisters, a wealthy and powerful family, dominate the landscape. Queen Cersei, her twin brother Jaime, and their clever younger brother Tyrion each have their own agendas. Cersei, ambitious and manipulative, hides dark secrets that threaten the stability of the realm. Jaime, known as the Kingslayer for murdering the Mad King, struggles with his identity and loyalties, while Tyrion, often underestimated due to his stature, uses his wit to navigate the dangerous waters of court politics. Ned's investigations lead him to the shocking truth. Cersei's children, Joffrey, Myrcella, and Tommen, are not the legitimate heirs of Robert Baratheon, but rather the result of Cersei's incestuous relationship with Jaime. This discovery threatens to unravel the very fabric of the kingdom, and Ned knows he must act to protect his family and the realm. However, the truth is a dangerous weapon, and as he confronts Cersei, the stakes rise dramatically. Meanwhile, Bran Stark's life takes a tragic turn. After witnessing Jaime and Cersei in a compromising position, he falls from a tower, leaving him paralyzed. This accident catalyzes a chain of events that further entwines the Stark family in the politics of Westeros. Bran begins to experience vivid dreams and strange visions that hint at the supernatural forces at play in the realm, including the impending threat from the north. As Ned attempts to unravel the mystery of Jon Arryn's death, Catelyn Stark discovers the existence of Tyrion Lannister in Winterfell. Convinced he is responsible for Bran's fall, she seizes Tyrion and takes him captive. This act of aggression ignites tensions between House Stark and House Lannister, setting the stage for a brutal conflict that will engulf the entire kingdom. In the meantime, the political climate in King's Landing becomes increasingly volatile. The young and reckless Joffrey, now king, revels in his power, displaying cruelty and arrogance that only exacerbates the tensions between the houses. Cersei, seeking to solidify her family's grip on the throne, manipulates her son and turns him against Ned, leading to a series of betrayals that culminate in Ned's arrest. Despite his initial reluctance to wield power, Ned remains committed to doing what is right. He resolves to confront Cersei and expose her treachery, hoping to protect his family and uphold the honor of House Stark. However, the Lannisters are cunning, and Cersei's ambition knows no bounds. In a shocking twist, Ned is executed on the orders of Joffrey, an event that sends shockwaves through the realm and shatters the Stark family. Catelyn, filled with grief and anger, vows to avenge her husband, and the seeds of war are sown. Robb Stark, now the de facto head of House Stark, rallies the North in response to his father's death. He is declared king in the North, a title that signifies both his authority and the growing rebellion against the Lannisters. As he leads his forces into battle, Robb demonstrates strategic prowess and bravery, securing victories against the Lannister army. However, the burden of leadership weighs heavily on him, especially as he navigates his personal feelings for Talisa Maguire, a healer he meets on the battlefield. Their love blossoms amid the chaos, but it complicates his duties and obligations to his family and house. While the North rises against the Lannisters, the saga also follows Daenerys Targaryen, the last surviving member of her family. Living in exile across the Narrow Sea, Daenerys begins as a timid girl manipulated by her older brother Viserys, who dreams of reclaiming the Iron Throne for their house. To gain an army, Viserys marries Daenerys to Khal Drogo, a powerful Dothraki warlord. Though initially frightened, Daenerys gradually finds strength and confidence in her new role. As Daenerys becomes accustomed to her new life, she transforms from a pawn into a formidable leader. Khal Drogo's love and respect empower her to assert her own identity. When Viserys attempts to reclaim power over her, he is brutally killed, solidifying Daenerys' resolve to embrace her destiny. The birth of 3 dragon eggs gifted to her ignites a transformation that will change the course of history. Daenerys' dragons hatch, symbolizing her growth and newfound power, and she begins to see herself as a conqueror. Meanwhile, back in King's Landing, Tyrion Lannister, appointed Hand of the King after Ned's death, must navigate the increasingly volatile court. He faces the challenges of a king who is both a boy and a tyrant, attempting to maintain order amid growing dissent. Tyrion's intelligence and quick wit become crucial as he seeks to outmaneuver Cersei, who continues to manipulate Joffrey for her own ends. The dynamic between Tyrion and Cersei is particularly engaging, as both are deeply flawed characters trying to outwit one another while also struggling with their family legacies. Stannis Baratheon, Robert's brother, emerges as another key player in the struggle for the Iron Throne. Believing himself the rightful king, Stannis allies with Melisandre, a priestess of the Lord of Light, who believes Stannis is destined for greatness. However, her influence leads him down a dark path, culminating in the horrific sacrifice of his own daughter, Shireen, to gain favor from the Lord of Light. Stannis' ambition blinds him to the consequences of his actions, setting the stage for his own downfall. As Robb Stark's campaign against the Lannisters intensifies, the infamous Red Wedding becomes a pivotal moment in the series. In a shocking betrayal orchestrated by the Freys, who ally with the Lannisters, Robb, Catelyn, and many of their bannermen are brutally murdered during a wedding feast. This devastating event shatters the Stark family and sends ripples of grief and fury throughout the North, igniting a quest for vengeance that will have far-reaching consequences. With the Starks in disarray, Cersei's grip on power grows stronger. She continues to scheme and plot, determined to ensure her family's legacy. As tensions mount, her cunning leads to further conflict with the Tyrells, another powerful family seeking influence in King's Landing. Margaery Tyrell, a beautiful and politically savvy woman, marries Joffrey, aiming to secure her family's position. The dynamics between the Lannisters and Tyrells create an intricate web of alliances and rivalries that highlights the complexities of power in Westeros. As the war rages on, Jon Snow, Ned's illegitimate son, joins the Night's Watch, a sworn brotherhood dedicated to defending the realm against threats beyond the Wall. Initially struggling with his identity as a bastard, Jon faces prejudice and skepticism from his fellow brothers. His journey takes a transformative turn when he encounters the Wildlings, a group living beyond the Wall, led by the fierce Ygritte. Their love blossoms in the harsh wilderness, complicating Jon's loyalties as he grapples with the conflict between his duty to the Night's Watch and his feelings for Ygritte. Jon's experiences beyond the Wall reveal the existence of the White Walkers, ancient and powerful beings threatening to invade the realm. The Night King, their leader, commands an army of the dead, and Jon realizes that the true threat to Westeros may not come from the noble houses, but from the darkness lurking in the north. His leadership becomes increasingly crucial as he rallies his fellow brothers and the wildlings to confront this existential threat. As the saga unfolds, Daenerys' rise continues as she conquers cities in Slaver's Bay, freeing the oppressed and building a following of loyal supporters. Her journey is fraught with moral dilemmas as she grapples with the consequences of her actions and the cost of power. Despite her noble intentions, Daenerys must confront the harsh realities of leadership and the potential for tyranny that accompanies it. Her character arc highlights the fine line between liberation and oppression. In the midst of these intertwined stories, themes of loyalty, honor, betrayal, and the pursuit of power permeate every decision made by the characters. The moral ambiguity of each character blurs the lines between hero and villain, leading viewers to question their own perceptions of good and evil. Characters like Jaime Lannister evolve throughout the series, revealing layers of complexity that challenge traditional notions of morality. The series reaches its climax as the various factions converge for the ultimate battle for the Iron Throne. Alliances are forged and broken, and the quest for power culminates in a dramatic confrontation between the living and the dead. Daenerys, now an unstoppable force with her dragons, and Jon, united with the North, must confront the Night King and his army in a battle that will determine the fate of Westeros. As the dust settles and the consequences of their choices unfold, the characters must reckon with the cost of their ambitions. Lives are lost, alliances are shattered, and the true nature of power is revealed. In a world where honor and loyalty can lead to destruction, the survivors must navigate the aftermath of their choices as they seek to rebuild a fractured realm. Ultimately, Game of Thrones weaves a rich tapestry of storytelling that explores the complexities of human nature, the fragility of power, and the enduring struggle for survival. It serves as a reminder that in the Game of Thrones, there are no winners, only those who survive to play another day.